Are you going to prepare the food but for tomorrow?
Well, don't.
Miss this recipe. Possibly the most delicious one you can prepare from one day to the next.
I start by taking 300 grams of beans, which, as you can see, I've had soaking since the night before, so they're nice and soft. I always use white beans. I add them to a pressure cooker, and right here I add a whole onion. And it's really as easy as just adding things. Now, 4 cloves of garlic. I'm going to add a splash of oil to give it that magic touch, and a bit of paprika. If you like it a lot like I do, go ahead and add plenty of salt to taste, as always. And we're going to add 2 peeled potatoes. And today's magic, who's going to give it to us? A good chorizo to give it a lot of flavor, a chunk or piece of pork, belly, slab bacon, or regular bacon not sliced, and a blood sausage. We're going to cover all of this with water. I add about 1 liter, but that's not really important. The important thing is that it covers the beans. We stir it a little like this, so the paprika, water, and salt mix together. And we put it on high heat until it comes to a boil. Then a glass of very cold water will break the boiling point. And while it comes back to a boil, I take the opportunity to remove the foam from the top, which is a bit of the fat, and that way they turn out a little softer. Then once it boils again, let it boil strongly once more, and again add half a glass of super cold water. As I said, once the beans have been shocked twice, we cover the pressure cooker and let the valve rise so it releases the pressure. At that moment, we lower the heat to medium or medium-low and let it cook for 35 minutes. We leave it covered, and the next day, enjoy. You can eat it the same day, but honestly, it's amazing the next day. I usually set the onion aside for those who like it, and what I do is mix everything together a little bit. Look, you can see it easily like this, but the simple way to mix it is just to shake the pot. I turn on the heat, and when it starts to boil, it's ready to serve. Look at this real wonder, a fantastic stew that just having it nearby is amazing, and it makes you want to eat it. Grab a piece of bread and dip it in that sauce, the chorizo, the blood sausage, and also the bacon or pork belly. I recommend that you cut it into small pieces so you can serve it on a plate with something wonderful like this, and you put a piece for each guest. A great dish, really. If you make it a day ahead, it will be even tastier. Incredible. Try it. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Enjoy.
And another thing is that it's time for I love spoon dishes. And this one besides, if you prepare it a day in advance, it's even better. I recommend it to everyone. Try it. Would it surprise you? Was it at your house that it wasn't prepared the day before? Let me know in the comments. What tools do you use like this, preparing them with activation? And also, can you tell me where you're watching the video from? And